welcome to the Hight Today Show. Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Victor Martinez Jr. and this is Whitey over here. And we got Joe from Cheba Hut. How's it going, sir?
What's going on? Chilling.
Thanks for coming by. How do you say your last name again?
DeMaioribus.
See, I wasn't even going to try.
All good. Been explaining it all my life.
DeMaioribus. And you are here representing Cheba Hut.
Yes, sir.
One of my favorite sandwich shops out there. Tell us about Cheba Hut.
So we're a weed-themed sandwich shop with a bar. I think the bar is definitely a big differentiator for us. Full liquor, of course, 16 drafts. But we like to say that you come for the theme and you stay for the food. You come because it's a weed-themed sandwich shop, and that's cool, and that catches your eye. But once you actually get it in front of you, it's different.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean, you say weed theme, but what are they called again? It's a blunt.
Yeah, so the sizes are nug, it's a 4-inch, the pinner's the 8-inch, and the blunt's the 12-inch.
And the names of the sandwiches,
They're all named after different strains. So the White Widow and the Cali Mist are probably our two most popular. White Widow's the chicken bacon ranch.
oh, pardon me.
And Cali Mist is the spicy Cali pub.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't handle your shit.
Just started.
Which one's your favorite, Whitey?
Oh, that's to be the Sensei Kush.
That's a good one,
Dude,
too.
avocado with freaking bacon and the fixings? What else? And your portions are so big.
It's a bit bigger than a fucking regular Subway
Yeah.
sandwich.
I've seen a lot of people come in, order that blunt, pretty confident about it, and they don't know what they're getting. They wrap up half at least.
I did the same thing. Did the same damn thing.
Yep.
Well, y'all had our producer, y'all had a challenge going on.
Yeah.
And Big Matt.
The OG Cheese Challenge.
How long was it? 40 inches?
It's 24 inches, so it's 2
24?
blunts.
24 inches. That's a lot.
Yeah. and
It's a lot of like straight bread, all the toppings, a whole ass.
The OG cheese it's a dense one too. That's why we use that one, because it's got the queso on there with the guac and
Just
the
like
chicken.
over 2 feet of food
Yeah.
Damn.
that he knocked out in like less than a couple hours or something.
It's you get 30 minutes for it.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
see, he did
And-
30 moment, and he had more after.
Yeah.
What?
He's
Monster.
That was incredible. He's one of 2 people to ever finish it, and he actually got a sticky icky nug afterward. I was like, "Are you out of your mind?"
I'll have to try
Big
this
ol'
then.
freak.
I'll have to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
That's just one of the fun events you guys got at Cheba.
Yeah.
Let's see. So y'all do the game nights.
Mm-hmm. We paused the game nights actually recently.
Oh, okay. That was like, so
no.
2023 thing.
We're gonna get back to it, but with the new shop opening, things just got too busy for us.
I
But,
figured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to keep up with that in the middle of all that. But now that we're getting close to opening, hopefully once we get open, we can start it back up shortly after.
So that's going to be out in Leander.
Yes, sir.
Cool. How long you been with Cheba Hut now?
So Guad opened in June of 2020.
Mm.
So that was my first actual, shop opening. Signed on as a franchisee in 2019, but took a little while to get built and everything, especially once COVID hit. June of 2020 was not an ideal time to open a business, but proud to say that we made it through.
Wow. And you had part in that, opening the business and whatnot?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was very main. I had to be kind of the backbone of that business for the first at least year or so.
Wow.
I was working 80-hour, 90-hour weeks.
Damn.
And
Man, have you always been in the service industry?
yeah, so when I was about 19, I had been to college for a year. I was going for mechanical engineering at ASU, and not my gig. I was good at it, but couldn't imagine myself doing that. So left, and I actually started working at a Jersey Mike's just as regular crew, and didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and quickly found a passion in that. Worked through that business. Within about a year or so, I became a general manager of a shop. And about a year after that, I became a district manager for a 3-store franchise, and was there for a couple of years, and ultimately wanted to move on to that next step in my career, which would have been opening my own shop. And was familiar with Cheba Hut from my time at ASU. They started in Arizona. I looked at Jersey Mike's, looked at Jimmy John's. I that was kind of right when all that white rhino stuff went down with Jimmy John's president.
Oh, he shot.
He killed a white rhino.
That was him.
Yeah, and
he was like proud of it and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. I do. Yeah.
All sorts of trouble with that. Yeah, not good for publicity for sure.
Whoa, he was that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like a CEO of something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The president, I think.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's just not cool.
Yeah.
And then, but that's like a more straight edge version of what you do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is just like, you know.
But I mean, then I rediscovered Cheba Hight when I was looking for places to franchise, and it was just the perfect pair. You know, it was what I do with sandwiches. Obviously, I love smoking weed and all that.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, so you're already smoking before you went to Cheba.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And add a bar into that element. That's a great like differentiator for us. And I don't know, we started talking, and it went from there, and the rest was really history there. But
fucking A, that's great. And it's a really, I mean, you call it, I didn't realize it. Was it called right there on campus? The location, the
drag.
The
drag.
The drag.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, but you said it just now. It's the street that we're on, I guess.
Guadalupe.
Guad?
Yeah.
The Guad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a great location.
Yeah.
Lots of students coming in. They all love the theme. That's one of my favorite things about it. You know, I love it. It doesn't even seem like a real thing. Like it's like, you know, we're all just kind of hanging out. You know, everyone even just back there, they're all just so happy to work there and everything like that. It's a really great environment.
Well, we pride ourselves on being a cool place to work. That was Scott Jennings when he founded the company. That was like his number one mission, was to really just have a cool, fun place to work and chill with his friends. And I think that's really deeply embedded in our culture, and you can tell on the inside and on the outside. It just makes it a cool, chill environment.
Yeah, it's like happy food. It's got a vibe to it.
Yeah, everybody's just happy to be there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now going back to your game nights, were just board games, or what kind of games were they?
Switch games.
Nintendo okay, thank you. I was wondering. I was like, I can see that area in Guadalupe, bar, food, drink. Especially your Blackade. I call that Blackade. Nice and sweet. I love it. And that big screen, come on. Smash Bros, Mario Kart. You have everything you need there. And you have freaking like college students.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great. They had the projectors up and everything. I don't know if you ever went there for it. I think there was like a tournament going on.
Yeah. We were doing it weekly at a point, but we definitely got some good turnouts. It's a lot of fun when you get a lot of people because it makes it all just competitive.
Nice.
We do drink specials all night, and then usually get some pretty good prizes at the end.
And even the drinks have weed themes on them.
Yeah.
It was the usual liquid marijuana and then like a bunch of other fun stuff. I'm not even much of a drinker really. Like I don't know how to do it properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like just the whole how it comes together really well like that. How'd you get started smoking?
Oh man, I've been smoking since I was a kid. It's hard to remember not smoking. Yeah.
I started at 16.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, youngins.
Yeah. I think I was the first time I did it. I was 12, but
what
probably wasn't doing it consistently till I was maybe 15 or so.
Yeah. What was I doing at 12? Oh shit, trying to get to the mall. I guess. Yeah, I could have done it.
I was too much of a nerd. I saw online. I was like, all right, so your brain stops developing at around 22. All right, so I can smoke around 20, 21. That's when I started.
That's when you started? At 21?
I was a nerd. I was
what a big fucking
track and
nerd.
field. I was football, weightlifting, art shows.
See, I would have thought he was the one doing it since a kid.
No.
Wow. And so you started at 12 anyway, you just continued on?
Yeah. I think freshman year or so in high school, when I was about probably 15 was when I started actually doing it more regularly, just chilling with friends after school. I feel like it was like pretty typical Friday night or Friday after school thing for us. We would all just go get a bag, roll it all up, and just make a night of it.
And you've always lived out here in Austin?
No. Moved out to Austin about 2019.
Oh, okay.
Grew up in San Diego. Was born in Santa Cruz, California.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's like, it's pretty much legal out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's fully legal. Back when I was, younger, I had to get a med card and all that. But
yeah, I remember going. I went to LA in 2014 and like they had just started medical and stuff like that,
yeah.
and I had to go to a doctor.
Yep. It was the easiest exam you'd ever have.
Yeah, I think the doctor was high, and and he just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine." He's like, "Do you have any pain at all ever?"
Yeah. It's like, come on, give me something.
I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, "Where?" I was like, different places. He's like, "Oh, you have chronic pain." He wrote me something. I don't know. He wrote a piece of paper. I was like, I didn't have to pay for this thing. I could have made this up.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go see a doctor, but I was glad. I was happy to do it.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest difference is taxes.
Oh my God. They rail you on taxes.
They really do tax it.
Yeah.
Like they're like, it's legal. It's super legal.
Well, times that I've been back recently, and like now that it's recreational and all that, you can spend upwards of like $70 on like the best eighths that you can buy.
It hurts.
Or all
It
those
hurts my heart.
Oh my God.
Pre-jarred, you know, like you can only buy an eighth at a time, and tax on top of that is like over 30%. So out the door price for that eighth is $97.
And it was fun. It was fun at first, you know. I was like, "Oh, I'm in a store. I get a receipt for weed."
Yeah, it's a cool little novelty thing, but in terms of like actual economically, it's not the best.
Immediately, I was like, I gotta go find a person in a fucking parking lot again. Like, I can't do this shit.
I get mad when my pounds are like 300.
Yeah. And that's the fun thing about Austin, you know. It's they say decriminalized. They got Delta 8, Delta 9, all the different, you know, numbers running around. So it doesn't really matter too much.
Yep.
As long as you have something like that, it's like a sticker, you know, or something like that. It's just a hemp, you know, it's novelty or whatever. I mean, and I'm happy. It's fucking perfect. You can walk down just 6th Street, just like this. You know? With you know,
some incense. With some incense.
Yeah. And that's the least of their worries, you know.
I'm sure it's going to be fully legal soon, but who knows how soon.
No, well, either way, as long as it stays like this for a little while.
Yeah.
So yeah, you smoke weed, you work at a shop, you run a shop that's a weed themed, sandwich theme, and then y'all do other things there. Let's see, we were talking about I keep forgetting the name of it. It's like y'all work with people who are locked up, right?
Yeah. Smoke Out Injustice. So we do the it's for the Last Prisoners Project, sorry.
Last Prisoners Project.
Yeah, so every January 20th, we donate $2 per entree, so like any size sandwich essentially, for the Last Prisoners Project, which is a foundation that helps fight against marijuana-related nonviolent offenses. They, you know, target people that have been criminalized for that, and help fight their cases to get them out. And they've won a number of them, and so we donated $133,000 as an organization to them this last January.
That's amazing. And then they make a real difference, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Biden came out and said he's going to pardon a lot of those too. That's something. I mean, that's actually doing something.
Yeah.
That's other than just like, you know, I mean, I think that like just being involved, just like doing it, just like, you know, being so brazen. That's why I put on the Hight Tonight show, you know, like to kind of get a point across that we're not just a bunch of potheads, like we're doing something productive, you know? But yeah, I'm happy to hear stuff like that. That's why I love getting involved as much as possible, you know, like top to bottom. Let's see here. So
got it right on my shirt right here. It's stoner professionals, not professional stoners.
Nice.
There you go. Exactly.
And actually, before you guys leave, I have a present for you guys in my car. It's one of my products. I'm gonna give it to both of you guys.
Yeah, Mr. THC, another weed entrepreneur. Yeah, I like to surround myself with like-minded people, and that's what it is right there. It's the weed, but it gets us going. You know, it doesn't make me sluggish. Like I get excited. It makes me want to go make a sandwich and start a business.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. So yeah, you did this like a questionnaire. This started in 1998. Cheba Hut.
Yep.
Interesting. And it was which starting city?
Tempe, Arizona.
No kidding. And then you went to college?
Yeah, I went to ASU. It was in Tempe. So.
And you would like just eat there for lunch or something?
Yeah, that store's crazy busy, man. I went a few times, but like I said, I didn't stay at ASU too long. So
And you were majoring for like mechanical engineering?
mechanical
was it?
engineering. I had originally gone for astrophysics, but it ended up realizing quickly that there's not a lot of jobs in that field.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a professor. And other than that, you're working for NASA, and there's like 800 jobs at NASA. So
And plus, your students like mispronounce your last name so many
Oh my
times.
Oh
God.
yeah, imagine I'm Mr.
it's bad enough with one teacher to have like a bunch of students. That's like, you're multiplying that problem.
That's cool. And so you'd visit there, and so what's the process of starting? Like you thought about what's it called, franchising? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So you'd already had experience in the field,
Mhm.
and you were gonna do it. What did you had any thought of opening up your own thing?
It had crossed my mind, and I had looked at other businesses too, like such as there was like a sort of like a bread factory, I guess, for a better term, but they had like they would make bread and ship it out to like high-end restaurants, and then they had like a little storefront with a sandwich shop in there too. So I'd looked at things like that, but starting your own actual concept is good in a lot of ways for sure. Financially, it definitely helps to not have to, pay anybody else to help you get your business off the ground.
That's
but
great.
really what I liked about Cheba Hut, I guess, over doing something like that is just having the support from like a team of people that know how to run this specific business, and then B, having kind of like the backing of a brand name. Like they're really an up and coming, like, future of the sandwich game, and really wanted to take the opportunity to be a part of that.
How many of them have alcohol?
I want to say all of them do at this point.
Okay.
There used to be like one or two that didn't, but I think they ended up closing those locations for that reason. Not all of them have full liquor, just depending on, regionality, and sometimes it's hard to get liquor licenses in different places, but we try to get it everywhere we can. I know all my locations are certainly going to have one.
That's great.
Nice.
And it helps. I mean, you can't get a shot at Subway, so it's a big fucking difference.
No, definitely.
Now, do your bars have specialty drinks named after certain things?
Yeah. So as Victor had referenced earlier, the liquid marijuana is probably my favorite cocktail. Then like we got the Miss Parker, which is a Friday reference. Got the gin and juice.
Nice.
The hash can, popular one. That's essentially like a AMF, but with a Red Bull float. And then Hot Box, Dirty Hippie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where do y'all come up with these names?
See, that's the part of it that I like about them, because I don't have to come up with these names. I'm not that creative, man.
That's what I always wondered about weed. You know, people always ask me, and I'm like, man, what the fuck do you want to know? Like, it's Dumbledore or something, it's just some random ass name, but they always sound like they fit the item in a weird way.
Right.
Actually, you can do a cheat too. You can do a Cheech and Chong. It could be just Mexican candy.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's a good one. So yeah, let's see here. And then Leander is going to be under your wing as well?
Yes, sir. February 26th will be the day we open.
Fucking A, you excited?
Getting close. Oh, I'm so excited.
What's going to happen?
So we're going to be doing a little pre-opening get together, friends and family sort of deal. And then 26 we'll do like a big grand opening thing. Man, it's been such a long journey with this shop. I'm so exhausted from everything. You would never imagine all the details that go into opening a shop like this. You get buried. But
you had to choose a location.
Yeah.
And then figure out how long it would take to build it.
Yeah. I mean, you never really figure out how long it's going to take, to be honest, until you actually do it. Like there's so many things that get caught and snagged, and it's like you can expect to be done in 4 months, but then this happens and it sets you back a month. This happens and it's another 2 weeks, and it all adds up, and it ends up you're like 8 months into it, and you're like, damn, where'd all the time go?
Mm-hmm.
But
what was the worst part?
A couple of the big like snags that we had. We ended up, so the original site plan that the landlord had submitted is a new development, and you have to submit like a site plan for them to build. They have to submit that, and the city has that on file, and we have to submit our own to the city. And their site plan had a grease trap included in it, and they didn't end up building it. We knew that signing the lease. We didn't know it was going to be a problem when we submitted our site plan to the city with the grease trap in it. So that set us back like 2 months off the bat, because then they have to go resubmit an update, because the city came back and they're like, why don't you just hook up to the existing grease trap? There's now one there. We had to resubmit. They had to resubmit, then we had to resubmit, and then getting that stuff through the city just takes forever to begin with.
All this bureaucratic shit.
Yeah. You get held up in the weirdest little pinch points that you would never expect.
Grease trap. 2 months. It was hell.
So what was like harder to do? Was the planning for that or liquor license?
Liquor license is never super simple, but having already kind of gone through it with Guad, we kind of knew a better idea of what to do.
Nice.
And it takes a little bit of time, with getting through like TABC and all the city and everything. But that's a little more routine than I guess some of the random curveballs that you find along the way.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
So after this location, what's the future? Just maintaining these two?
No. I want to probably look to build south for a third location. Anywhere between like South Austin as far south as San Marcos, like just establish that kind of south presence as well. We got the, heart of the city kind of location, like North Campus, Guadalupe. We got our Leander location up north. We're looking to fill in south and then kind of fill in the gaps from there. Maybe go northwest or northeast. Pardon.
Is this all the shit you think about all day?
Oh yeah, it's all a giant puzzle. It's all just trying to put the pieces together, and when you're making a puzzle, you always lose that one piece. You got to go find it.
That's how I feel about this.
Yeah.
This is what, just like putting shows together. Getting things like organized, delegating and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like from the ground up type shit. But like you love it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel that bad.
No.
It doesn't feel like work.
No.
You're not necessarily even clocking the hours. Like whenever you look back at it, it's like, I did 80 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you think about it, like, I am thinking about this shit day and night. I mean, do you do anything for fun?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're in a bowling league on Sundays.
There you go.
We like to bowl. We like to play pool.
That's fun.
Do you have bowling shirts with Cheba Hight on it?
No,
okay.
I did actually mention that because we got team names and we named our team not really like we had to name it last minute, didn't really think too much on it. And I look back, it's like we could have been the Pinners. Get us Cheba Hight shirts with Pinners on.
Damn it. That's a good one. The Pinners. Okay, see, I'll do that. That's fun on Sundays, huh? And so what other ventures you got going on?
It's hard to think about much other than Cheba at this part, and it's like I was saying, it's been such a grind, long journey getting through this build. Finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but got a lot of people hired up, shop's all built, it's ready, all the equipment's ready to go. We're just essentially at this point waiting on the Cheba Hight trainers to come out and get training and get rolling.
How did you go from mechanical engineering to entrepreneurship? Where'd that switch come from?
It was really just loving working in the food industry, honestly. And it was the next step in my career path of, really diving into that and understanding that that's what I wanted to do. And so that's grinded and I took every opportunity I could to learn. And I just followed the trajectory, I suppose, to meet the goals that I wanted to establish in the industry. And
it's a perfect first job. And then like that was the first thing I did. I was 16 and I worked at a diner theater, and it felt like war. That's what I loved about it. It felt like just sacrificing yourself, standing, 14 hours a day, just on your feet, running around like with your head chopped off, and people sometimes just being rude and shit. And but the people next to you, like just like both y'all putting in that type of work, knowing that it was just for, I mean, for a lot of them, it's just a paycheck, like you're just trying to fucking, like, it's good to have some, you get free food from this place, and it's like a steady, and there's a lot of benefits, but other than that, there's a million things you could be doing.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking sacrifice, especially to keep doing it. And I think it's a perfect job. Like, everyone should experience that at least once.
Absolutely.
To like service, one another, like to just do something like that.
I've always thought that for sure.
Yeah. Like, I'd make my kid do that, like even if he grew up rich or something, like you got to go get a fucking a waiter job.
It's the new draft.
Yeah, like
you have to go to war.
Yeah, you got to do something. You got to like suffer. You needed to see the worst in people and be treated like shit.
By the end of that shift, though, you feel so accomplished. It's like
you did something. You fed these fucks. You got them in and out. They all complained and shit, but you
made it out.
Yeah, and it's really great whenever it's run well. Good managers mean a lot. I've been through like a lot of bad managers. I remember like hostile environments.
Oh yeah.
So and people have fun with that. Like there's a lot of cursing and shit, and there's like cooks are always crazy.
Teaches the kids like the both light and dark side of like working in the business.
Yeah, there's a lot of darkness to it. Like 2 a.m. scrubbing shit, just like shoving shit around. Washing dishes, like just doing, and it's real tedious. And you're just looking at the clock and you're thinking, and you're just like, there's a bump box going, but it does mean a lot whenever it's run well. That places run well. Like you do a really great job with these. I've been in places, you've seen that new show, The Bear.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. Yeah. You would think, we need fucking 40 pinners and 30 blunts right the fuck down. Yeah. Like people are running around. It's nothing like that, But but those kitchens exist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and they love it just as much as anybody. Like they take cooking serious and they take the service industry serious and whatnot.
I would say now serving is the best example of service industry in Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's having sex with somebody, someone's smoking weed somewhere, someone's like, hasn't slept for like 3 days, complaining about, the clientele.
And so, that's one of my favorite things about it is other than just being professional and whatnot, it does have the weed theme. And it's one of the things that it crosses over. I think that's how we met, right?
Yeah.
Matt would eat there for his lunch, and we asked about like cross promotion because we had the weed talk show here at Creek.
Yep.
And so we got to have you come out and whatnot and talk about it on the first episode. I don't know how long ago, like
it was probably
almost
a little over a year ago.
Yeah,
right?
a little over a year ago here. So yeah, weed. What, this one? Oh, you lighter. There you go. I don't know. Anything on your mind, Joe?
I'm happy to be opening.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I want to come to your opening. Do you have a date yet?
Yeah. 26th.
26th
February
of
26th.
this month.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Leander though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you live near Leander at all?
I live in like kind of northeast Austin area.
Okay, so you're in between both.
Yeah, I'm right off of 183, so I can just shoot up 183.
Nice,
It takes me about 30 minutes to get there.
Are you thinking about moving to a new location closer to Leander?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I want to sell my house anytime soon, honestly. I got locked into a pretty good mortgage.
Hey, that's
pretty
good, man. You have a house
pretty good
here?
rate. Yeah.
Dude, do what you gotta do. That's impressive.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's I got it at a good time.
He came here he came in 1999? No, came in
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
What's like the worst thing that's happened as a manager? You know, you have to deal with like a lot of people. Anything sticks out. I remember always like, you know, something. It was always something.
I mean, honestly, our clientele is like so mild mannered. Like,
they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drops down, Bellboy.
I think the craziest stories I have are kind of just from like homeless people, honestly.
Oh yeah. There's always that.
I've been threatened in quite a few ways by homeless people, various things that come to their mind, you know.
What do they say?
Well, one guy pulled a knife on me when I tried to kick him out.
God damn it. Here at the quad?
Yeah.
Quad?
Yeah.
Quad.
And then, I don't know, just like, I'm going to kill you. Like, you know, like all saying like they're going to come back tomorrow with a gun. And we had this one homeless dude that just like 3 times, literally 3 separate occasions, came in, pulled the fire alarm and ran.
Wow.
The fire department started getting not so happy about that, but I think they actually ended up finding him.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because they have to go through the whole process.
Yeah.
Like treat it like a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta come out. It's a fire alarm.
You know what he's doing, right? He's killing everybody's high.
Yeah, because everybody's got to like come out of the building. And it's this whole fiasco. It's
fucking A. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming out again.
Yeah,
dude, this has been fun.
Glad to be here.
I can't think of anything else before we go. Why do you got anything coming up? I know we got.
Oh yeah, I do have a show coming up, and I'll give you guys.
And definitely go check out the Leander location.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Oh yeah.
Go check out
It's
the
your
Guadalupe
favorite
location.
cousins.
What's this?
It's a show that's coming out on 16th and 23rd.
Oh yeah, and you come out to the show. Thank you so much for coming out to the Hight Tonight show.
It's
I
always
see you there.
Yeah.
You go out to any other comedy shows around town?
Not so much, to be honest with you. Used to a little bit, but we've been really trying to get some Kill Tony tickets. That's hard.
Yeah. You got to be there the day of. That's the secret. And just like, but it's a fucking long ass line.
Yeah, get in that line. First one in that line. You get in that first one in that line for the extras. You'll get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a better chance if you sign up. You know?
Yeah. It's tough though.
Actually try a minute or something.
Yeah.
You always like comedy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh God. I'd probably have to go with Chappelle, honestly.
Yeah. Watching the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always fun.
Yeah.
Lately, I don't know. He's been different. I gotta catch up on his Netflix specials.
Yeah.
Did you tell him about Flamingo already?
Flamingo Cantina, every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
First and third Tuesday.
First and third Tuesday.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing like a Hight Tonight show open mic there. Yeah.
It's the night of Flamingo.
Okay.
It's like the night of Apollo. So we do a showcase first, and then we do a variety open mic for musicians and comedians.
Oh yeah.
And then we do an interview afterwards, but the audience can boo them or yay them off. So.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun there. Flamingos, they got the nice arena style seating. Well, man, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate y'all. Let's see here. I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin?
I'm stoned.
Yes. Look at how smoky we are. See? Fucking A. Alrighty, guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right.
That's been the Hight Today show. I'm Victor Martinez Jr. You guys have a good afternoon.